His lawyer leaned in and whispered 5 words. Just 5. And in that instant, the smug smile I'd stared at across the breakfast table for nearly 15 years vanished from Victor Hale's face. The color drained. His fingers started shaking so badly, the papers he'd been rushing to sign fluttered like leaves in a storm. And me? For the first time in 3 years, I smiled. But I'm getting ahead of myself, because to understand that moment, you need to understand how a woman everyone thought was broken actually played the longest, quietest game of her life. My name is Lauren Pierce. I'm 35 years old, and until 4 months ago, I was married to Victor Hale. 15 years. Longer than most Hollywood marriages. Longer than my patience should have lasted. But I come from stubborn women. My grandmother used to say, patience isn't weakness, it's strategy. I met Victor when I was 17. I'd finished high school early, not because I was brilliant, but because I was desperate to leave home and build something of my own. I took a minimum wage job as a file clerk at a small law firm. Paper cuts, long hours, no glamour, but it was mine. By 19, I was a legal assistant. I learned fast. I watched everything. Numbers, contracts, loopholes. I learned that the loudest person in the room is rarely the smartest. Victor was 25 when we met. Charismatic, ambitious, always talking about the future like it already belonged to him. Real estate, big deals, bigger dreams. He said he'd build an empire. I said I'd help with the paperwork. We married when I was 20. Our son Ethan was born a year later. I worked part-time, raised our child, saved every dollar I could. My grandmother's voice never left my head. A woman should always have her own money, not secret money, just hers. When Victor's business finally took off, he asked me to quit my job and help him full-time. He needed someone he could trust, he said. So I became everything. Bookkeeper, office manager, client coordinator, marketing assistant, interior stylist for model homes, event planner, problem solver, therapist. Unpaid. My official title was wife. My real title was entire infrastructure. For 11 years, I built his dream while raising our son and keeping our household together. At awards dinners, Victor thanked mentors, investors, and the grind. He never thanked me. Then the tone changed. He started making decisions without me, criticizing my clothes, my meals, my lack of ambition. Funny, considering I was running his entire operation for free. Then one Tuesday night, while I was cooking his favorite meal, he sat me down at the kitchen table. "I want a divorce," he said calmly. "And I want the house, the cars, the business. Everything. You can keep Ethan." He said it like he was returning something at a store. I didn't know then that he'd been planning it for months. Lawyer hired, strategy prepared, exit mapped. The next day, his mother arrived. Marilyn Hale. Perfect hair. Practiced sympathy. She patted my hand and told me I should have tried harder. "Men have needs," she said like she was explaining gravity. That week blurred into humiliation. I was moved to the guest room, my credit cards were canceled, his new girlfriend showed up, 26, worked at his company, Instagram perfect and completely comfortable wearing my apron in my kitchen. My things were packed in trash bags, not boxes, trash bags. Even worse, my best friend of 20 years became his informant. Every thought I shared reached him within hours. I saw it too late. And my son watched all of it. That nearly broke me. So I hired a lawyer, Nina Brooks, sharp, ruthless, brilliant. She told me to fight for half. I told her I didn't want to. She thought I'd lost my mind. What she didn't know was that 3 years earlier, I'd found something while balancing the books late one night. Victor's empire wasn't real. The house had 3 mortgages, the business was drowning in loans, back taxes, maxed out credit lines, leased cars, hidden losses. Nearly $2 million in debt. We were underwater, and Victor didn't even fully understand how deep. So I did nothing. I protected myself instead. My retirement account from before marriage, untouched. My grandmother's inheritance, never commingled. Both placed into an irrevocable trust for my son. Then I documented everything. Every loan, every transfer, every lie. And I waited. When Victor demanded everything in the divorce, I almost laughed. He wasn't asking for assets. He was demanding the debt. For 3 months, I played the role everyone expected. Quiet, defeated, grateful for scraps. I asked for $50,000 and shared custody. Nothing else. Victor agreed instantly. He bragged, his mother celebrated, his new girlfriend redecorated my house in cold gray tones. And I smiled through it all, because in the final paperwork was an addendum, a liability disclosure. Every asset came with its debt, and whoever took the assets took everything attached to them. Victor declined a financial audit, signed a waiver, didn't read the fine print. On the day of the hearing, he walked in confident. I walked in invisible. The judge confirmed I understood what I was giving up. "I want him to have everything he asked for," I said softly. Victor signed quickly. His lawyer did not. I watched the moment realization hit. The whisper, the pause, the color draining from Victor's face. He tried to back out, tried to blame me, tried to say he didn't know. The judge shut it down. "You were advised. You declined. The agreement stands." The gavel fell. Victor got everything, including the collapse. Within weeks, the girlfriend vanished. Within months, the business failed. The house went into default. Bankruptcy followed. Victor showed up at my apartment once, broken and desperate. I closed the door. Now I live smaller, quieter, free. I went back to school, started designing homes, helping women start over. My son knows the truth. And he knows I waited, not out of weakness, but out of love. Because sometimes the smartest move isn't to fight, it's to let someone take exactly what they asked for and walk away clean, free, and smiling.